So welcome to Love Mornings. It's day one. I'm thankful it's a sunny day here in Molinat, and I've got my little assistant teacher taking up the mat at the moment. So I've got Coco here with me this morning. So this is Monday, it's day one. It's actually just pre-lockdown. I know we've got a few days. Some of you may still be, maybe watching the recording still. I'm either going to work or not quite in that rhythm, but it doesn't matter when you start. Great to start on day one, of course. So yeah, welcome to this session. We're going to start. I'm going to recommend that you have you work with bare feet if you can, or just a light pair of socks if the feet are chilly. And let's just start by massaging the feet while I explain kind of the format of this. So it's going to be about 30 minutes long. We're going to be doing 10 minutes of coming into the body, feeling our bodies. We're going to do about 10 minutes of more active stuff in the middle, and that's all we really need of anything more active. First thing is 10 minutes of that, and then we'll be winding down for the last 10 minutes. So that's the general format. Now, what do you need to know? The most important thing is that we listen to our bodies. This is not a case of, trying to go as far as you can or make it look like mine looks like. We've all got different bodies. The idea of this is for you to come into your body, to listen to your body, and for it to be mindful, for it to be kind. Approach it with a mindset of curiosity and just finding what feels good. This should be an enjoyable part of your day. I call it setting the day to magic. Magic might be a bit of a stretch at the moment, but at least it's setting yourself up and giving yourself the best chance for a more positive day. So if something's not right for you, then just leave it out and find something that feels nice. And where we're seated, you can sit with your back against something if you need support for your back. You might find it useful to have a cushion or a pillow just underneath your seat, because we're going to start with the legs crossed. Now, this first week of Love Mornings, I'm going to be focused on developing rituals. So rituals, and they've been used right through since ancient times for our well-being. What they do, rituals, positive rituals, give us a sense of security and certainty, and especially when times around us are uncertain. Rituals can give us that anchor of safety and we know what's happening. So this first week, we're going to be putting some rituals in. So I'm going to invite you just to find your sit bones. Our first ritual is going to be coming into our body. In fact, before we do that, we're going to breathe together. We're always going to breathe together first thing. And as the weeks go on, I'm going to be giving you a breathing technique that Wim Hof uses, which is just absolutely fantastic for the morning. But we're going to start, just have the hands nicely on the knees and just try and have your back straight and feel as if you're anchored straight down onto the sit bones. So the back's kind of tall, you're not really rigid and held, but just feel the back as long as you can. Are you ready, Coco? Are we ready to start? Are you going to breathe with us? So let's just close the eyes. Our first step always is to come into our body, and our breath can be that really useful anchor. So just breathe and just breathe in a way that, first of all, you're just conscious of the inhale and the exhale. And just be aware without any judgment of how you're breathing this morning. However you're feeling today, just welcome it, accept it. Sometimes our body will tell us where we are in terms of our nervous system being balanced. So if the breath feels like really high up in the chest, just be aware of that. And just breathe a little deeper. can be useful on the out breath just to open the mouth and just kind of take a sigh as you breathe out. And our inhales in the mornings, they're going to be a bit kind of sharper and deeper, and they're going to come right down from the belly. So you imagine the in-breath is going to travel from the belly up into the chest, and it's going to even come up into the head. So it's like this breath travels upwards, and it's like a... And then the exhale is just like this relaxing sigh. So just take a few of those. The in-breath brings us a bit of energy, starts to clear the lungs, bringing the oxygen into the body. It's a sharper, deeper inhalation. And just this sense of letting go on the out breath. We're going to do 3 more of these. And after this last one, you're going to breathe out and slightly pause at the end of the breath out. Just close the mouth and just see if you can pause without breathing. At some point, you may need to swallow. You might be ready about now just to start to breathe again. Just whenever you feel that urge to breathe, just breathe. And now just let the breath be soft. Smooth in and out. Through the nostrils. Keeping the focus from down in the belly. As if the breath starts from there, and then it fills the lungs, and then it fills the whole of the skull. And as you breathe out, just feel this sense of just arriving here today. And the mantra we're going to use today, so our focus for the day is simply, this is where we are right now. This is where we are right now. This is where we are right now. You repeat that to yourself in your head 3 more times. Just feel free to use that mantra throughout the day, whenever you need it, whenever you feel a sense of overwhelm. Quite possible at the moment, there'll be some. The body will be responding in different ways to what's going on around us and the changes. So this can really just help anchor us in and just be, this is where I am right now. This is where we are right now. So we're going to start to move, and our ritual that we use in our practice is something called a Sufi grind. So your focus is on your sit bones. We're just going to start to circle around the sit bones. I'm going to invite you to go super slow today. So we kind of imagine you've got the 4 corners of the sit bones. We go to the right, just onto the right sit bone, we come forward. Onto the front of the sit bones, we go to the side, to the left side, just onto the left sit bone. And we roll back to be on the back of the sit bones. And then this starts to become a circle. And even though this is a ritual, which we'll be doing every day, I'm going to invite you to do it every day when you wake up as well. It's a wonderful way to ground ourselves, to bring us into this present state and to bring us into our body. And it really supports this mantra. This is where we are right now. And as you move consider it's not just a case of going through the motions, but every time, even though we do this, each time, every time will be different, as you'll be arriving on your mat where you are in a different place every single time. So every single time we do this, it's going to feel different. And I can gauge this from my little assistant teacher here, just reminding me that sometimes I'm here in the morning doing this and she's jumping around and trying to get onto my shoulders and like pulling my hair and leaping around. And today she's just here, she's just quiet. And you're just here relaxing. Every day will be something different. Now we're going to change over the cross of the legs. And we're going to see if we can just add in the breath here. So we're going to stay doing this super slow. As you come forward, there's your inhale. The inhale's always the heart opening, allowing space for that in-breath. As you exhale, just relaxing and sinking and just starting to link the breath to the movement. Now, this has a magical effect on our brain chemistry when we link breath to movement. So this in itself will be starting just to calm our nervous system, literally saying to the body, you're safe. You're okay. You can relax. And this is what we're going to be trying to aim to do, and especially in this first week, all about bringing safety, stability, security, so that no matter what's going on the outside, your practice is where you come into your body and you can, it's your anchor. This is your safety. This is your place where you can just be and feel good. And now just let the head relax. Let the shoulders relax. Nice and slow. All our movement is just going to be following your movement. So don't worry about staying with my pace. Remember, throughout, this is your body, your practice. You are actually your best teacher. I'm just here as a guide. Now we're going to find the center of the sit bones now. What we're going to do is roll the shoulders back. So I'm going to go into the stress containers in the body. Oh, you know what can happen when we get any kind of shock or stressor? The body literally contracts. And it holds the stress in the body. So we're going to start to ease that out. Now as you roll the shoulders, I'm just going to show you from the side so you can get a visual on this. You roll the shoulders. You're kind of coming forwards. Just let the body move naturally. So you're not just isolating the shoulders. Just go, roll the shoulders and come forward. Exhale as you go back. This should be like both the Sufi grind that we did and this movement here. I don't want to use the word should. We're aiming for it to feel like giving yourself a massage. Now we're going to try and reverse those shoulder circles. So we're going to go forwards and back. Now don't worry about the wave. Just start with the shoulder movement and then think, go forwards as the shoulders come forward. Exhale now as you roll the shoulders forward. And so we're softening all those tissues that have may have become hardened from stress. I'm going to stay very much with basics today, and even if you've done this quite a few times with me. Just approach it as if you've never done it before. Now come to the center of the sit bones again. We're going to lift up the arms in the air, and we're going to clasp the hands over the head and turn the palms towards the sky. And then just keep the shoulders relaxed and down, turn towards the right. And just take about 3 breaths here. Try and stay straight in the spine. You're going to feel a little twist in the waist here. This kind of switches on our system, that the part of our autonomic nervous system that helps us relax and stabilize. Let's turn towards the left now. Take about 3 breaths here. Coco's fast asleep. I think that's a good sign. Now let's come towards the center, relax the arms down and give them a shake out. Now swing the legs around and come onto all fours. So you might want some padding under the knees. What we're going to do first, we're going to shake out one leg at a time. So take the right leg, shake it out, give it a good shake. Just getting a little fire in there. Shake it. But enjoying it, not so like competitively, like shaking it as hard as you can. Just giving it a lovely shake out. And then circling the foot around in one direction. And then the other direction. So let's see what we've done there. Bring the right knee down. Let's compare the legs. Might feel like that right side is like fizzing a little bit. It's kind of gone fizzing. That's the prana. That's like the life force energy that we're just activating. If you want to just see it more crudely, if you like, is there. It's just getting the blood, oxygen, and nutrients flowing around the body. Now, take the left leg back, give it a good shake out. Activate, yoga, we call it prana, maybe called, chi, in traditional Chinese medicine. Life force energy, or vibrational frequency, electricity in the body. You might even feel like that. Now circle that foot in one direction and in the other direction. Really stretching out the toes as you circle the foot. Remember, it's like giving yourself a massage. Now bring that left knee down, tuck the toes, just slightly lift the tailbone and sit back onto the heels. That's going to feel really nice on the feet. I went for a long walk yesterday, which is a great thing to do for grounding. So if you're feeling stressed, go out and walk in nature. It's going to really ground you. But when the downside of it, is wearing shoes. And even though I had like my really comfy Skechers on, it's like, oh, I can feel our shoes on. Our feet are actually often reflection of how healthy our bodies are. So look after the feet. Now we're going to start to circle the hips around. The toes can stay tucked. And you're going to start to imagine that you're hula hooping. Oh, that should feel delicious. That's when you know you've got it right. Now I have to often used to get asked, well, how do you know if I'm doing it right? Especially on Zoom. And, you can't come around and adjust me. And I don't adjust in classes anyway. I said, you know you're doing it right because it feels right. I don't know what you're feeling, so I'd never come around and adjust you. Now go in the other direction. You consider this. You are the expert on your body. All I'm going to try and do is help you get to know your body better, so both on and off the mat you know what you need to take care of it because you're tuned in. You can hear it. You can hear the body's whispers. Now I'm going to sit back onto the heels. I'm going to pad the hands a little further forward. We're just going to lift off the knees. It's called a crouching tiger. Okay, now when you need to, you can drop the knees down, just sit back onto the heels. You know, you don't need to stay there. What this is going to do is going to get a little bit of fire in the belly. And I'm going to be working with that kind of in the midsection of these classes to help you with a bit of motivation. Now, see what it feels like to kind of take the knees side to side or even swing the knees side to side. So just explore. You're not much of a tiger this morning, little Coco, are you? You're more like just like a cozy little teddy bear sat there. Spoke too soon. She's like, oh, dangly things from the trousers. That looks good. Now, drop the knees down, lift off the hips, sit back and just drop the head down to the floor and breathe. Nice long smooth out breath. Now lifting back up. We're going to do really simple. It's kind of a ritual, this one. 2 moves. Up cat, tailbone up, head lifts. Then push down into the hands, lift off the hips. Oh, I've got a cat hanging from my, like it. Lift up the hips, drop the head down, we go to a down dog. And we just move from one move to the other. The knees come down, the head lifts. There's the inhale. The exhale, you lift off the knees and you drop the head. Now, if it doesn't feel good for you to do this down dog, just do a down cat. So I'll show you that one if you need it. Head lifts, tailbone lifts, there's inhale. Exhale, head drops. And you're drawing them round the back. If you can manage it and it feels okay, you can do it with breath. Inhale, up cat, exhale, down dog. Coco, not that helpful. Inhale, head lifts, tailbone lifts. Exhale, down dog. Now this is a really good way to shift your energy. We're going to do about 10 more of these this morning. Really good ritual, really good warm up. Did I speak too soon about this tiger energy? Yes, I think I did. You just lie there. Okay. Calm down. So inhale. So Coco's obviously sensed the change in the energy in the class. She's gone from snoozing and grounding to tacking every single limb that's available to her this morning. Now see if you can do this with a smile on your face. Stay with the breath. Let's do about 5 more. The key is linking the breath with the movement, not how far you go. A couple more. Now on this last one, drop the knees down, float the body forward so the shoulders are over the wrists, and carefully lower yourself down to the floor. If it's in your practice, you can do it from a full plank. You can do it from a half plank. You can come down whichever way you like. We're going to come down onto the front and we're going to rest in a sphinx. So our sphinx are the elbows underneath the shoulders. And here it's kind of nice to wag your tail a little bit or just have a little shimmy. And just a little pause for a rest. To that slight fire building. I'm just going through some of the basics today as we get there. Now our next one is again going to be with breath. Here's the start move. We're already there. The forearms are parallel. The elbows roughly underneath the shoulders. If that's too much, take the arms a little further forward. Just go by how it feels nice for your back. Now inhale, the head lifts. As you exhale, you press down into the forearms, you draw the belly in, you tuck the chin, and you round the back. So you inhale, you come down, the head lifts, the belly relaxes, the heart's open there on the inhale. As you exhale, press down into the forearms, draw the belly in, draw the heart back up towards the spine, and you round the back, tuck the chin. It's kind of two equal and opposite movements. We inhale, head lifts, exhale, and round. Now, if you want something a bit stronger, depending on your level, you can also lift off the knees as you do this. So you need to have your toenail facing down towards the floor. You press down into the toenails, you press down into the forearms. You draw the belly in and you round. Feeling like you need a little bit more motivation. You've got the strength to do this. This is a wonderful one. It's even better than a plank, this, because also we get this lengthening of the belly. Equal and opposite action. And then you can alternate levels if you like. You know, choose your level. That's what's crucial here. Let's take one more. Whole body movement. Take the hands now underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, push up onto all fours and sit back onto the heels, resting the head down to the floor. If you're not familiar with this pose, it's called child's pose, and this is a really fantastic move to do to calm your nervous system. So whether it's on the mat while we're moving or whether it's your general day-to-day life, if you've got a feeling of overwhelm where you've become emotionally dysregulated, you don't feel in balance, come to a child's pose. And just feel all your tension and worries just drain out of the body and get taken care of by the earth beneath you. And now we're just going to come back to sit back onto the heels. We're going to take the left arm, we're going to bring it over the right leg and bring the right hand behind you. If you're not comfortable sitting on the knees, choose another position. I'm just going to look over that left shoulder. And make the breath really smooth. Not straining. You want to, the key with this, you want to feel like you could hold this for 15 minutes if you needed to. So you can actually feel comfortable. And you kind of feel that balance between effort and ease, where you're getting sensation, and we'll all feel this somewhere differently depending on where your body needs it. And turning back towards the front, we'll do the other side. Right hand comes over to the left side. Left hand comes behind. You stay tall in the spine, but the shoulders relax. And take the head and look over your back shoulder. So you're actually getting a stretch in the neck as well. Should feel nice. Let's feel the breath travel softly. Feel this sense of everything just slowing down a little bit. Slowly coming back around toward the front. Take a big yawning breath and lift the heart up towards the sky. You can bring the hands together. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down the midline of the body, bring them down to meet the floor. I can say namaste if that suits you. We'll just take a breath and smile. And then lifting up. So that was already half an hour today. Hopefully you feel ready to start your day. As a little, I'm going to invite you to take one of my little tasks if you want for the day. I'm going to keep it really simple. Just one little thing each day. I'm going to invite you, so starting tomorrow, to think of one thing when you wake up in the morning, each morning, first thing you do. That's where we set off our vibration for the day. Think of one little thing that you're going to put in as a really healthy ritual. Now, as an idea, what that might be is something, and it's a great thing for the nervous system, and to do this throughout the day as well, is to wake up and just go and splash your face with cold water. That helps set you up for a nice balanced day. Something like that. It could be, getting up, opening the curtains and just going, having a bit of breath in and welcoming the day. But as soon as you wake up, I'm going to invite you to think of something. You might want to journal that, put it down as a task, have a notebook that you put it in each day. But it will change everything if you have one little ritual that you do every day. And of course, this will be a ritual for weekdays as well. And Saturday's a little lie-in. So enjoy your day until tomorrow. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.